Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So our new topic of discussion is hemoglobin variation database. The name of that database that we today are basically going to discuss is HbVar. So इस database में basically hemoglobin chain जो hemoglobin जो red blood cell में oxygen carrying molecules हैं उनकी चेन में जो डिफरेंट म्यूटेशंस होती हैं और वो म्यूटेशन जो डिफरेंट जेनेटिक डिसऑर्डर्स कॉज करती हैं जिनमें वन ऑफ द मोस्ट prevalent and the most drastic disorder is the thalassemia. Anemia is also one of the other disorders, for example, sickle cell anemia. So it's a secondary database which basically take the data from the other primary database. So this database may you can see here is the home page of the HbVar database, or here you can see the preliminary information related to this database. So if you want to know about the consolidated information that how many mutations and the clinical or the phenotypic association of these mutations has so far been reported in this database or has been cataloged in this database, so you can view all these information by clicking on this button, summaries of the mutation categories. जो आप यहाँ पे क्लिक करेंगे you can see the list of the different categories of the mutations, different classes of the mutation basically. Here you can, in the very first entry, you can see the total entries in the database. So totally 1857 entries has been cataloged in this database. And if you want to know a detailed information about all those variants, you can just click on this view summary table. And here you can see all the mutations. Now, for example, if you are interested typically in a specific type of the mutation, then you can just click on this search database button, and you will be now navigated to this page. So here you can you can search, you can use the different search terms. So once you are navigated to this page, so you can then search the variant of your interest. So you can search by either putting the name of your variant here or HbVar ID, and you can select here that this variant belongs to which category, alpha, delta, gamma. You can choose here, for example, the chain name, whether this mutation relates to beta chain, alpha chain, gamma, delta, and you can also choose here the category of the variant. For example, that variant is only related to, for example, you want to keep the broader search term HB variant, or you want to specify to the thalassemia, and you can here specify the location of the mutation, whether it is located in the exon or in the intron, 3' UTR, the 5' UTR, and then you can further search further specify the parameters by clicking on the different search term here. For example, select heterozygote, homozygote, and all the things. You can choose the mutation categories here, whether your mutation relates to substitution, insertion, duplication. So by setting all these categories, you can just click on the submit query, and then you can access your results. So let's take an example. So generally speaking, for example, if you want to know the collection of the variants that are related to the thalassemia and typically, for example, related to the beta thalassemia. So if you want to know that the thalassemia variants that are located in the, for example, the beta chain of the thalassemia, and we want to know about all the mutations that are typically common and protein based descriptions, and for example we are interested typically in those variants that affect the oxygen affinity. So just click on this oxygen affinity. So here you can also set the parameters by clicking on the different parameter stages. For example, electrophoresis, the one which affects, for example, uh, cellulose acetate assay. So you can select the different parameters by clicking on the different parameter tab, and then just click on the submit query. So once you click here, so at the top of the page you can see the description. So in first category there is no result. In the second category there is no result. While in the third category you can see third category the thalassemia variant in the beta chain and the functional integrity, for example oxygen affinity is affected, and hematology for the homozygote. So once in category number 3, there you come with the 3 results. So for example, if you want to know the detail about these 3 variants, just click on this 3. So there you go with the description table. So here you can see all those variants that are related to your search terms, are related to the parameters that you have just set with your own interest. So these are basically the hyperlinks. If you further need a detail about this variant, just click on the hyperlink, and here you go with all the detailed description of the variants related to its haplotype, its genotype, and all the things. Here you can see the complete detail of the variants.